As populations increase in China, villages and towns are going to flourish. They look after their own affairs, they maintain order in these small territories. But later years, you're going to start seeing large regional states. The most important of these are going to be the Xia, the Shang, and the Zhou dynasties, all of which contribute to the political foundation of Chinese society in later years. China is dominated by two river valleys, one of which is the Yellow. The Yellow River is unpredictable. It takes its name from a light-colored silt that it picks up along its route, and it turns the river yellow, and it makes it into a consistency of a soup. This soil, however, is very fertile, and it's easy to work with, so cultivators used wooden instruments in order to bring generous harvests. Harvests in northern China were supported by Neolithic societies after 5000 BC. Each are going to develop its own style of pottery and architecture along with its own political, social, and cultural tradition. Yangshao society, flourishing for 2,000 years between 5000 and 3000 BC, is located in the middle of the Yellow River Valley, and it's known from its Neolithic village at Banpo. Excavations there unearthed a large quantity of pottery and bone tools used by early cultivators in the 6th and 5th millennia BC. Settlements like Banpo cropped up throughout China in the valley of the Yangtze River. In East Asia, the concentration of people in small areas brought the need for a recognized authority who could maintain order, resolve disputes, and organize public work projects. Village organization is great for purely local affairs, but it does little in terms of conflicts between other villages and lacked the authority in order to organize large-scale projects such as irrigation of the rivers. Chinese legends are going to speak, therefore, of three ancient dynasties, the Xia, the Shang, and the Zhou dynasty, that brought China under a unified rule in the 3rd century BC. The Xia, Shang, and Zhou dynasties were hereditary states that extended control over larger regions, although none of them embrace what we would traditionally call China today. Written accounts survive to throw light on the Zhou dynasty, which scholars have long recognized as historical ruling house. Until the 20th century, information about the Xia and the Shang came from legendary and untrustworthy accounts. Many historians dismissed the reports of the Xia and the Shang dynasties as mythical fantasies. Only in the 20th century do archaeologists actually find evidence of the Shang and Xia dynasties, and they were actually historical examples. Archaeological evidence shows that the Xia may have made one of the first efforts to organize public life in China on a larger scale. It appears to have been one of the more of the vigorous states of its time. The dynasty originates around 2200 BC in roughly the same region as the Yangshao. By extending formal control over the region, the Xia established a precedent from hereditary monarchical rule in China. Ancient legends credit the founder of this dynasty, Yu, with the organization of effective flood control projects. The need to organize large-scale projects helped establish authority in formal political institutions. The dynasty's rulers may have exercised power by controlling the leaders of the villages. It encouraged the founding of cities and metallurgy. The capital city of the Xia shows that they had a city that featured a large palace structure, as well as modest house, pottery, workshops, and a bronze foundry.